Daly Show.
White trash trailer park growing up in the middle of the good old USA. Daddy said, son, you gotta go to school, but I'm sorry.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Kate Daly Show, KateDalyRadio.com. Thank your local station for carrying this show if they're carrying it. And if they're not, call them up and tell them to carry it. So easy. And also, you can find us on patriot.tv. If you go to patriot.tv and then you do a / The Kate Daly Show, all 4 words. The Kate Daly Show. You're going to find some great content, great podcasts, just great stuff all the way around. And it is subscription, but it's super affordable. And the thing is it wouldn't cost you anything because of all of the things you get when you do it. They have all kinds of benefits and deals for you and all kinds of things you can exercise. Might even make money. So patriot.tv / The Kate Daly Show. And you can watch the show in the evening, 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Eastern. So I've got Susan Reed with me, and we're just talking about this yacht incident, which is really kind of fascinating. Who's involved? You want to talk about this, Susan?
Yeah, it's people that just lost or they won a big verdict against Hewlett Packard that this guy Lynch had just been going through this. And 2 months ago, he won this huge case against Hewlett Packard, which had sued him. And now he and his attorneys were killed in a yachting disaster. And they keep saying it was a water spout, which was like it's like a tornado over the water. But now when you read the articles carefully, it says likely a water spout. But now they've interviewed radar people who say we only saw thunderstorms. We didn't see water spouts on the radar.
Yeah.
So it's about 150 feet now lying on the ground. And they couldn't find his body and his daughter's body for a couple days. And they said, well, how did it sink so quickly?
Right.
How did it sink so quickly? Because one industry expert who knows yachts said this should have taken hours to sink, even if it was hit by something. Maybe the windows were blown out. Maybe it was catastrophically damaged. A diver coming back said it's almost completely intact. So then you start to think, what are the odds? There were 22 people on board. 5 people have died. And they just said, well, so there's a lot not adding up right now. And they're waiting for an investigation, they said.
So Jonathan Bloomer, the chairman of Morgan Stanley International, chairman.
One of the people who died, the guy who won the case. So he's another billionaire, very wealthy. And it was the Lynch guy and his daughter, Hannah, were the billionaires. But the timing is just so odd.
Yeah.
They win this huge multi-billion-dollar case because they got sued for overvaluing his company.
Right.
Hewlett Packard sued him. So, yay, we're the victors, and now we're at the bottom of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
In an accident that one expert says, we've never seen this before in our industry. Like, how did this happen? We've never seen this.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Yeah.
So to me, the little red flags go up.
Of course. And the most of the crew was fine. I'm just saying that it was kind of odd. It was really reminiscent of the Titanic in many ways because you had 3 billionaires die on the Titanic, even though the richest people were given the boats and they didn't utilize them. And so, I don't know if it was that or they prevented them from utilizing them. I'm going to go with that. But the Titanic surely was a voyage that was meant to sink, knew it was going to sink, owned by J.P. Morgan. Isn't that ironic? And here's the chairman, right? International, but owned by J.P. Morgan and goes down. And no one questions that. No one questioned that the 3 billionaires, the only 3 billionaires that were against the central bank coming in 1913, they perished. This was so reminiscent of that. It was like select individuals perished, and it's so sad about the daughter. You know, so many innocent bystanders get swept up in all of these machinations, and it's difficult to watch. But I'm telling you that I don't know how many accidents we can have, accidents, quote unquote. I mean, are we coincidence theorists, or do we realize that there's no coincidences and that this was, I think, a very planned thing, because it's so strange and it would not happen in normal life and with all the common sense in the world. But there are two things about this case too that are very intriguing. When we come back, I want to talk to Susan about this. Be right back, Kate Daly Show.